Okay, so good afternoon to all of you. So today we are going to discuss that new theoretical bit of this subject's magnetic circuit and the single phase transformer, and that is nothing but the electromagnetic induction. And I think your focus should be towards this word. I think electromagnetic now we most of the times we use now this induction part is new in this subject is there. Does anybody know that what is meant by that electromagnetic induction? This electromagnetic induction simply called as an induction also. I will explain that experiment, and through that experiment, it's my expectation is that you can explain me what is meant by that electromagnetic induction. Are you ready to listen that experiment?
Yes,
Yes or
sir.
no?
Yes, sir.
See that experiment. Here we consider that a one halo cylinder. See that this orange color is a one halo cylinder. What you observe on that halo cylinder? On that halo cylinder, a one wire is wound in a n number of turns, and the end of this wire is connected to the galvanometer. The galvanometer is a device which shows the induced EMF in the coil. This is a bar magnet. It's a bar magnet. And now it is observed that experimentally it is observed that when this bar magnet is moved towards the solenoid, now this is acts as a solenoid. When this bar magnet is moved towards the solenoid, it is observed that there is a deflection of a galvanometer at one side. It is also observed that when this bar magnet is moved away from that solenoid, again it is observed that there is a deflection of a galvanometer in opposite side. And the third thing is that the galvanometer shows the deflection till the bar magnet is in motion. But if the bar magnet don't have that any kind of a motion, that time the galvanometer shows no deflection. This is that experiment is there. So can you explain me what is the conclusion of that experiment?
When conductor is placed in changing magnetic flux, EMF is induced in this conductor.
Absolutely correct. Now here in place of conductor, you can say also that conductor, but I now use that when this is a coil, when the flux link with the coil. आता हा जो काय बार मॅग्नेट आहे हा ज्यावेळेस आपण या सोलेनॉइड कॉइलच्या जवळ नेले म्हणजे काय झालं की याच्या मॅग्नेटिक फील्ड मध्ये तो जास्तीत जास्त येणार म्हणजे जास्तीत जास्त मॅग्नेटिक फील्ड या कॉइलला लिंक होणार. It is observed that the galvanometer shows the deflection at one side. आता galvanometer deflection दाखवतो याचा अर्थ काय? It simply indicates that EMF is induced in that coil is there. Also, when this bar magnet is moved away from that solenoid, जसा जसा तो सोलेनॉइड कॉइल पासून दूर दूर जाईल तसं तसं तिथं गॅल्व्हनोमीटर तुम्हाला काय दाखवेल? डिफ्लेक्शन दाखवेल, परंतु अपोजिट साइडला दाखवेल. परंतु गॅल्व्हनोमीटर डिफ्लेक्शन कधी दाखवतोय? जोपर्यंत हा बार मॅग्नेट मोशन मध्ये असेल तोपर्यंत, आणि जोपर्यंत ही कॉइल या बार मॅग्नेटच्या मॅग्नेटिक फील्ड मध्ये आहे तोपर्यंत तो डिफ्लेक्शन दाखवेल. पण ज्या वेळेस बार मॅग्नेटचं मोशन स्टॉप झाली, तो सोलेनॉइड कॉइलच्या जवळच आहे परंतु त्याची मोशन नाही आहे, तो एका जागी फिक्स आहे. इट शोज दॅट द गॅल्व्हनोमीटर शोज नो डिफ्लेक्शन. इट मीन्स दॅट इट सिम्पली गिव्स दॅट when the flux link with the coil or conductor changes. आता काय होत होतं, ज्यावेळेस बार मॅग्नेट हा या कॉइलच्या जवळ जात होता त्यावेळेस त्या कॉइलला लिंक होणारा फ्लक्स चेंज होत होता. जसा जसा तो जवळ जाईल तसा तसं लिंकिंग वाढत जात होतं. आणि त्याच्या विरुद्ध जसा जसा तो दूर जाईल तसं तसं त्याचं लिंकिंग कमी होत होतं. पण फॉर एनी पर्टिक्युलर टाइम the flux link with that coil is a changes, and due to that it is observed that the EMF is induced in a coil. So from that experiment the conclusion is that when the flux link with the coil changes, the EMF is induced in the coil is there. But right now in this experiment, which part is movable? This bar magnet is movable, and which part is stationary? This coil is a stationary is there. Is it right? Now maybe we consider that another one case. So here conductor is a stationary and the magnetic field is a changing. He change hote na link, magnetic field link with the coil is a changing or moving, and hence EMF is induced in a coil. This is the conclusion of this experiment is there. Now see that the second one experiment. If you see here, now here this N pole and that S pole, 1 minute please, something problem it occurs. Now here if you observe this diagram, here that magnetic field is a stationary, and in that stationary magnetic field the conductor on the coil are moving. Is right, and this conductor or coil is connected with a galvanometer, and when this conductor is moving in a stationary magnetic field, the galvanometer shows the deflection, but the galvanometer shows the deflection till the conductor or coil is moving in a stationary magnetic field. So from this first experiment and this second experiment, one thing is a common, and what is that common thing? The common thing is that either conductor is moving or a magnetic field is moving, but if the flux or field link with the coil or conductor changes, EMF is induced in it, and this phenomena is called as electromagnetic induction. And this experiment was discovered by one of the scientists. The name of the scientist is a Michael Faraday. So the Michael Faraday did the series of experiment, and he discovered that whenever the flux link with the coil or conductor changes, EMF is induced in it. This change in magnetic field is either due to the movement of a conductor or coil, or due to the movement of a magnetic field. In both the cases, the flux link with the coil or conductor will changes, so that EMF is induced here. Now you can read it here. Here the conductor is changing or moving, and the magnetic field is stationary, and hence EMF is induced in the coil or the conductor is there. Is it that clear? Is it that clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
So this phenomena we call it the magnetic induction is there. Okay. So read it. The Michael Faraday discovered that change in magnetic field induces EMF in the conductor. This phenomena is known as electromagnetic induction or simply induction. In another word, when flux linkage, now new word it comes here. When I say that flux linkage with the coil or conductor changes, EMF is induced in it. Now what is meant by the flux linkage? What is meant by the flux linkage? How you define that? Because here the word it comes flux linkage. So the simple meaning is that the flux link with the coil or conductor, we call it a flux linkage. It means that you can define the flux linkage is nothing but the product of number of turns of a coil or conductor and the magnetic flux lines to the coil. That is called as a flux linkage. So here the the formula for the flux linkage is N phi. Unit is a Weber. Get it, my point? So the product of number of this N is nothing but the number of turns of a coil, and this flux phi is nothing but this flux link with that number of turns. We call it a flux linkage is that. So whenever the flux linkage take place, then definitely according to the Faraday's law, EMF is induced in it is there. Now see that this one experiment we just now discussed. So that experiment shows that the magnitude of EMF induced in the coil, EMF induced in the coil is a directly proportional to, very important line, rate of change of flux linkage. Means the EMF induced in the coil or conductor is a directly proportional to rate of change of flux linkage, and flux linkage means what? It's a N into phi. Okay, now see that if here N is the number of turns of the coil and the magnitude of a flux link with the coil changes from phi 1 to phi 2 in time t second. आता असं अज्युम करा की हा बार मॅग्नेट ज्यावेळेस या सोलेनॉइड कॉइलच्या जवळ जात होता त्यावेळेस फॉर पर्टिक्युलर टाइम पिरियड आपण ज्या पॉइंट पासून आपण टाइम पिरियड मेजर करायला चाललोय त्या इनिशियली द फ्लक्स लिंक विथ दिस n number of turn is a phi 1 and after time t the flux link with that the coil of n number of turns is a phi 2. So can I say that this phi 1 is nothing but the initial flux link with that coil? Initial, I say that. And phi 2 is the final flux link with that the coil is there. So can you calculate that change in a magnetic flux linkage? How you can calculate it?
Phi 2 minus phi 1.
This phi 2 minus phi 1 is nothing but the change in a flux. It's a change in flux, but I use that word flux linkage, change in a flux linkage. So can I say that here n number of turns are constant? So can I say that n phi 2 minus n phi 1 is nothing but the change in a flux linkage? Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Get it, my point? This n phi 2 minus n phi 1 is the change in a flux linkage in a time t second. And as you know that induced EMF is directly proportional to the flux linkage is there. So that we can write induced EMF E is directly proportional to rate of change of flux linkage. 1 minute. So that we can write that formula E is directly proportional to n phi 2 minus n phi 1 upon time t. Is it that clear? So now if I want to discuss here the Faraday's laws of electromagnetic induction, the Faraday's gives its two laws. The first law is the basic condition for the induced EMF, and the second law is related to the Mahek Patil. The first Faraday's law is related to the basic requirement to induce the EMF, and the second law is related to the magnitude of that induced EMF is there. So now you can try to read that the statement of first law. When magnetic flux linking to the coil or conductor changes, how word important hai baga. When magnetic flux linking to the coil or conductor changes, an EMF is induced in the coil or conductor. आता तुम्ही सगळेजण काय करा, एकदा हे चेंजेस हा वर्ड मिस करा आणि ते स्टेटमेंट वाचा. तर ते स्टेटमेंट असं होईल बघा, when magnetic flux linked to the coil or conductor and EMF is induced in the coil or conductor. Is it right?
No, sir.
म्हणजे त्या वर्डला किती प्राइम इम्पॉर्टन्स आहे बघा. या स्टेटमेंटमध्ये जर तुम्ही चेंज हा वर्ड जर मिस केला, विसरला लिहिण्याचं, so this statement having it's a zero meaning. Because of these single word only, the statement having it's a certain meaning or the fixed meaning is there. Get it my point? So that is the importance of this word here. Okay, now this is the basic requirement to induce the EMF. What is the basic requirement? When magnetic flux linked to the coil or conductor changes, and EMF is induced in the coil. So the change is the basic requirement. And now the second Faraday's law gives that the magnitude of induced EMF in the coil or conductor is directly proportional to rate of. आता ज्यावेळेस rate हा शब्द येतो, याचा अर्थ काय होतो?
Time with respect to
Correct.
time.
Absolutely correct. Its rate is nothing but with respect to time. The rate of change of flux linkage. म्हणजे टाइम पण तेवढाच इम्पॉर्टंट आहे. Get it my man? So within a specific time, how much flux link with the coil changes, that will decides the magnitude induced EMF in that coil or conductor is there. And based on that second equation, we can write E is directly proportional to, actually it's the here in place of 2, it's a 1 is there, it's a n phi 2, it's nothing but the final flux linkage. N phi 1, it's the initial flux linkage upon time, T is there. But here, if I want to replace this proportional sign with the proportional constant, so we can replace with a K, and we can consider here K is equal to 1. So our equation, it should be like that. The number of turns is the constant. It will not change. The flux, it will be changed, but the number of turns are the constant. So let me take it outside. So in bracket, what it comes? Phi 2 minus phi 1 upon T. And now if I want to write this equation in terms of differential equation, so I can write like that: E is equal to N d phi by dt. Now here, in this case, what it represents, d phi by dt? What is this? This d phi by dt is nothing but phi 2 minus phi 1 upon T. It means that we can call as a rate of change of flux. आता इथं फ्लक्स लिंकेज म्हणू शकत नाही आपण. इथं काय आहे, फक्त डी फाय बाय डी टी आहे, म्हणजे रेट ऑफ चेंज ऑफ फ्लक्स. आणि ज्या वेळेस त्या रेट ऑफ चेंज ऑफ फ्लक्सला आपण एन मल्टिप्लाइड करतोय, म्हणजे एन डी फाय बाय डी टी, आता ते काय झालं, रेट ऑफ चेंज ऑफ फ्लक्स लिंकेज इज दॅट. इज इट दॅट क्लिअर? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So this is the equation of induced EMF given by the Faraday's second law, which is nothing but E is equal to minus n d phi by dt. आता तुमच्या हे लक्षात आलं असेल की ज्यावेळेस फ्लक्स लिंकेज चेंज होतोय त्यावेळेस EMF इंड्यूस होतोय. आता ज्या अर्थी EMF इंड्यूस होतोय तर त्याची पोलॅरिटी काय? EMF म्हणजे इलेक्ट्रोमोटिव्ह फोर्स इंड्यूस्ड होतोय कॉइल मध्ये किंवा कंडक्टर मध्ये, तर त्याची पोलॅरिटी कशी डिसाइड करायची? आणि त्या इंड्यूस्ड EMF मुळे त्या कंडक्टर मधून किंवा कॉइल मधून जो काय फ्लो होणारा करंट आहे त्याची डायरेक्शन कशी डिसाइड करायची? सो द डायरेक्शन द पोलॅरिटी ऑफ इंड्यूस्ड EMF and hence the direction of a current due to this induced EMF, it can be determined by Lenz's law. It's one particular law is given. We call it it's a Lenz's law is there. So this Lenz's law is used to determine the polarity of a EMF and hence the direction of a current is there. Now how this Lenz's law it can be used? What is the statement of that Lenz's law? So now let's try to discuss that. The statement first. The Lenz's law of electromagnetic induction states that when EMF is induced according to Faraday's law, the polarity and a direction of that induced EMF is such that it opposes the cause of its production. याचा अर्थ काय होतो की त्या इंड्युस्ड EMF ची पोलॅरिटी is always opposite to the cause produced rate. And what is the cause? Induced EMF चा cause काय आहे? What is the cause?
Changing flux.
Absolutely correct. It's a changing flux. This is the main cause. Because of this change in flux, EMF is induced according to that Faraday's law. So that induced EMF is always opposed to the change in flux is there. Get it my point? Now, I try to explain. Consider that the Lenz law, and this Lenz law is reflected in the equation of induced EMF with this minus sign. This minus sign is nothing but the Lenz law. And what that minus sign indicates? The minus sign simply gives that this induced EMF is always opposed to the cause produced rate. That's why I said that this minus sign is nothing but the Lenz law is there. Is it that clear? Okay,
Yes.
so try to read it. The negative sign in the equation of induced EMF, it shows that the direction of induced EMF and the direction of change in magnetic field have opposite signs. Get it my point? So this is the complete equation of an induced EMF. E is equal to minus n d phi by dt. D phi by dt is the rate of change of flux. N d phi by dt is the rate of change of flux linkage. Minus sign is nothing but the Lenz law. आता हा Lenz law नेमका कसा हेल्पफुल असतोय? How we can use this Lenz law practically? Now just concentrate here. Just consider, आता बघा Lenz law तुम्हाला माहित झालेला आहे की हा Lenz law, it gives that the EMF induced in a coil, it always opposes the cause produced rate. आता इथं एक एक्सपेरिमेंट आहे, अजून एक एक्सपेरिमेंट सांगतोय बघा. बघा लक्षात घ्या. पुन्हा एकदा इथं एक हॅलो सिलेंडर आहे येलो कलर मधला. ओके, त्याच्यावरती एक वायर वाउंड केलेली आहे आणि दोन टर्मिनल ऑफ वायर हे गॅल्व्हॅनोमीटरला कनेक्ट केलेले आहेत. नाउ यू नो दॅट गॅल्व्हॅनोमीटर इज यूज टू मेजर द इंड्युस्ड EMF. पुन्हा एकदा आपण एक परमनंट मॅग्नेट घेतलेला आहे आणि या परमनंट मॅग्नेटचा N पोल हा आपण या सोलेनॉइड कॉइल मध्ये इन्सर्ट करण्याचा प्रयत्न करतोय. So when this permanent magnet is trying to move or trying to insert it into the solenoid coil, बरोबर आहे, काय होईल? The magnetic field by this permanent magnet link with that coil, and according to Faraday's law, EMF is induced, means galvanometer shows the deflection. म्हणजे ज्यावेळेस हा परमनंट मॅग्नेट मोशन मध्ये असेल and it is trying to insert it into the solenoid coil, the galvanometer shows the deflection. It means that EMF is induced. Do you agree with my statement?
Yes, sir.
आता EMF इंड्यूस होतोय, बरोबर आहे. मग आता त्याची पोलॅरिटी काय, किंवा त्या EMF मुळे आता हे या कॉइलचे दोन एंड हे आपण गॅल्व्हॅनोमीटरनं कनेक्ट केलेले आहेत, म्हणजे कॉइलचा एक क्लोज लूप तयार झालेला आहे. मग ज्या अर्थी त्याच्यामध्ये EMF इंड्यूस होतोय, so definitely this induced the EMF circulate the current. बरोबर आहे, करंट सर्क्युलेट झाला पाहिजे. Then how we can find out the polarity of induced EMF or the direction of a current flowing through this coil due to that induced EMF? So very simple is that. In that, here you can apply the right hand thumb rule. Now, as you know that according to Lenz law, the induced EMF and the current in the coil is always opposed to the cause produced rate. आणि आता या ठिकाणी cause काय आहे? Cause हा या बार मॅग्नेटची मॅग्नेटिक फील्ड आहे, बरोबर आहे. मग आता या बार मॅग्नेट, ऍक्च्युअली बार मॅग्नेट आणि त्याची फील्ड हा मेन कॉज आहे की या कॉइल मध्ये EMF इंड्यूस करण्यासाठी. So definitely according to that Lane's law, this induced EMF oppose to the magnetic field produced by this bar magnet. मग त्याच्यासाठी या कॉइलचा, या सोलेनॉइड कॉइलचा राईट हँड साइड हा कोणता पोल म्हणून ऍक्ट व्हायला पाहिजे की जेणेकरून तो बार मॅग्नेटला किंवा बार मॅग्नेटच्या मॅग्नेटिक फील्डला अपोज करेल. एन पोल म्हणून ऍक्ट व्हायला पाहिजे का एस पोल म्हणून ऍक्ट व्हायला पाहिजे?
एन पोल.
एन पोल म्हणून ऍक्ट व्हायला पाहिजे. बरोबर आहे. कारण आपण शिकलोय बार मॅग्नेट मधून ज्यावेळेस करंट फ्लो होईल त्यावेळेस बार मॅग्नेटचं एक टर्मिनल हे एन पोल म्हणून ऍक्ट होतं आणि दुसरं टर्मिनल हे एस पोल म्हणून ऍक्ट होतं. म्हणजे या ठिकाणी ज्यावेळेस बार मॅग्नेटचा एन पोल हा सोलेनॉइड कॉइल मध्ये इन्सर्ट करण्याचा प्रयत्न करत असेल त्यावेळेस सोलेनॉइड कॉइलचा राईट हँड साइड हा एन पोल म्हणून ऍक्ट व्हायला पाहिजे की जेणेकरून तो एन पोल या बार मॅग्नेटला आणि बार मॅग्नेटच्या मॅग्नेटिक फील्डला अपोज करेल अकॉर्डिंग टू लेन्स लॉ. आणि वन्स इट इज फिक्स्ड दिस एंड इट ऍक्ट्स ॲज अ एन पोल, डेफिनेटली other end of the solenoid it will act as a S pole. And once you know that the N pole and the S pole of the solenoid coil, apply the right hand rule, thumb rule, and try to find out the direction. Read it. By Lane's law, when magnet is inserted into the solenoid, a north pole will be induced on the right hand side of the coil. Once again read it. By Lane's law, when the magnet is inserted into a solenoid, a north pole will be induced on the right hand side of the coil to oppose the incoming north pole. It's right. By right hand thumb rule, the induced current will flow anti-clockwise so that galvanometer shows the deflection to the right. मग आता तुम्हाला एकदा माहित आहे किंवा एकदा राईट हँड साइड हा एन पोल म्हणून ऍक्ट होत असेल, लेफ्ट हँड साइड हा एस पोल म्हणून ऍक्ट होत असेल, how you can apply that right hand thumb rule? The curved finger indicates the direction of current and the thumb indicates the direction of a north pole, and based on that you can determine the direction of a current flowing through that coil. And so definitely you can imagine the current will flow in this case in a right anti-clockwise direction. Is there? Do you agree with these things?
Yes, sir.
Now see that another one case. आता सपोज आपण असं कन्सिडर करूया की आता हा बार मॅग्नेट हा सोलेनॉइड कॉइल पासून इट विल गो अवे, परंतु मोशन मध्ये आहे. When it try to move, so what is the motion of this bar magnet? This one. But due to this motion, whatever the flux magnetic field of this bar magnet link with that coil, according to Faraday's law, again EMF is induced. म्हणजे हा बार मॅग्नेट जरी तो कॉइल पासून दूर जायचा प्रयत्न करत असेल तरी देखील ही कॉइल त्याच्या मॅग्नेटिक फील्ड मध्ये आहे. And because of that, when this bar magnet is in motion, due to change in magnetic field, again according to the Faraday's law, EMF is induced in that coil. Now what is the direction? आता मॅग्नेटची डायरेक्शन कोणती आहे? ही डायरेक्शन आहे. Now as you know that according to that Lane's law, the induced EMF and hence the current direction is always opposed to the cause produced side, and cause ha bar magnet hai. So definitely according to that Lane's law, it should be attracted towards the solenoid coil. म्हणजे हा एंड कुठला असला पाहिजे? एस असला पाहिजे का एन असला पाहिजे?
एस.
Get it my point? So that it will oppose to the magnetic field and the bar magnet is there. This is the Lane's law. Ha khara actual Lane's law. And once the right hand side of this solenoid, it acts as a S pole, apply the right hand thumb rule and calculate the direction of a current here. So here you can read it. When Lane's law, by the Lane's law, when magnet is, the spelling mistake withdraw from the solenoid, a south pole will be induced on the right hand side of a coil to oppose the outgoing north pole. Get it? So by the right hand thumb rule, the induced current will flow in a clockwise direction. आता राईट हँड थंब रूल मी पुन्हा एक्सप्लेन करणार नाही. You know these things. Get it my point? So now what is the conclusion? Lane's law states that the direction of induced EMF is such that it always tends to oppose the cause which produced it. This is the definition of Lane's law. Is it that clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now try to read whatever the concepts we discussed about that electromagnetic induction. So try to read that the few conclusions. मी तुम्हाला प्रत्येक वेळेस सांगतो कन्क्लुजन्स आपल्याला मांडता आले पाहिजेत. नाउ ट्राय टू रीड दॅट द कन्क्लुजन. आता मी ते पहिल्या 2 लाईन रीड करत नाही. आय जस्ट ट्राय टू रीड फ्रॉम दिस फर्स्ट कन्क्लुजन. व्हॉट इज दॅट फर्स्ट कन्क्लुजन? रीड इट ऑल ऑफ यू. The galvanometer shows deflection whenever there was relative motion between the magnet and coil. म्हणजे जोपर्यंत एकतर मॅग्नेटिक फील्ड मूव्ह व्हायला पाहिजे किंवा एकतर कंडक्टर किंवा कॉइल मूव्ह व्हायला पाहिजे तोपर्यंतच गॅल्व्हनोमीटर काय होणार आहे तुमचं डिफ्लेक्शन्स दाखवणार आहे. जर दोन्हीही स्टेशनरी असेल म्हणजे मॅग्नेट आणि मॅग्नेटिक फील्ड द कॉइल अँड मॅग्नेटिक फील्ड दोन्ही जर स्टेशनरी असेल तरी जरी मॅग्नेटिक फील्ड कॉइलला लिंक होत असेल तरी ती चेंज होत नाही कारण दोन्ही स्टेशनरी आहे आणि त्याच्यामुळे गॅल्व्हनोमीटर डिफ्लेक्शन शो करत नाही म्हणजेच ईएमएफ इंड्यूस होत नाही. सेकंड पॉइंट, द डिफ्लेक्शन वॉज मोर when the relative motion was faster and less when the relative motion was slower. It simply gives that second conclusion is the induced EMF is directly proportional to the rate of change of flux linkage. If the more flux link with that the coil, more EMF is induced and the vice versa. This is the simple meaning is that. Okay. The third is that the direction of the deflection changed if the polarity of a magnet was changed. Absolutely. Magnet ची polarity change झाली की तुमचे सगळे concepts काय होणार आहेत? The change होणार आहेत. Directions काय होणार आहेत? Change होणार आहेत. And the deflection in a galvanometer changes with the change in a number of turns of a coil. More the number of turns, greater the deflection. म्हणजे हे जे काय induced EMF आहे. What is the basic formula for induced EMF? Let me write it down here. E is equal to N d phi by dt. So can I say that this E is directly proportional to N? It means that as the number of turns of a coils are more, definitely induced EMF is also more. That's it. The fourth point is that. Are you clear about that? These conclusions? Yes or no? Get it or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now we will give the more focus on induced EMF. आता आपण फॅराडेज लॉ बघितलाय, लेन्स लॉ बघितलाय. आता आपल्याला जास्त फोकस करायचा आहे इंड्यूस्ड EMF. आपल्याला माहिती आहे 2 केसेस. कोणत्या 2 केसेस? एकतर मॅग्नेटिक फील्ड रोटेट व्हायला पाहिजे किंवा चेंज व्हायला पाहिजे, मूव्ह व्हायला पाहिजे, त्यावेळेस पण EMF तयार होणार आहे. आणि दुसरी कंडिशन म्हणजे कंडक्टर मूव्ह व्हायला पाहिजे किंवा रोटेट व्हायला पाहिजे, त्यावेळेस पण EMF इंड्यूस होणार आहे. And based on these 2 conditions, the induced EMF having its 2 types. Do you know that? So first question is, what is the basic requirement to induce the EMF? What is the answer?
Rate of change of flux.
Absolutely correct. The answer is the basic requirement to induce the EMF is a change in magnetic flux linked with the coil or conductor. This is the basic requirement. And change in magnetic flux can be either changing or moving conductor, म्हणजे एकतर कंडक्टर मूव्ह होऊ शकतो किंवा मॅग्नेटिक फील्ड मूव्ह होऊ शकते. In both the cases, the EMF is induced according to the Faraday's law is there. And based on these 2 cases, the induced EMF are classified into 2 types. One is a dynamically induced EMF and other is a statically induced EMF. मग ते 2 केसेस कोणते? एकतर कंडक्टर मूव्ह झाला पाहिजे किंवा मॅग्नेटिक फील्ड मूव्ह झाला पाहिजे. And now the concentration is given. The concentrations is given on the conductor, and based on that, these are the two types of induced EMF. Dynamically म्हणजे काय, कंडक्टर डायनॅमिक असेल. डायनॅमिक म्हणजे काय हो?
In motion.
इन मोशन. जर कंडक्टर मोशन मध्ये असेल, कंडक्टर मूव्ह होत असेल, कंडक्टर रोटेट होत असेल, त्या ठिकाणी जो ईएमएफ तयार होईल त्या ईएमएफ ला आपण काय म्हणणार आहोत, डायनॅमिकली इंड्युस्ड ईएमएफ. अँड स्टॅटिकली म्हणजे व्हेन कंडक्टर इज अ स्टेशनरी. स्टेशनरी म्हणजे काय हो? फिक्स, नो मोशन. When the conductor is stationary, in that situation, when the EMF is induced in that conductor or coil, that induced EMF is called as statically induced EMF. Is it that clear? Now I will show that one by one. Just consider that dynamically induced EMF. And now see this animation. What do you observe? See it very carefully. If you see here this N pole and this S pole are the poles of the magnet. Is it moving?
No.
Yes or no? No.
No.
Means N pole and S pole are stationary. It means that magnetic field is stationary. But in that stationary magnetic field, so this rectangular coil is just rotated. In this stationary magnetic field, this rectangular coil is rotated, and when it rotates in a uniform magnetic field, it always cut the magnetic lines. And when it cut the magnetic lines, actually the flux link with that coil, that rectangular coil, it will get changes. And because of that condition, according to Faraday's law, EMF is induced in that coil, and it will show with this galvanometer. But if you observe here the conductor is a dynamic. That's why in this case, the EMF induced in the conductor is called as a dynamically induced EMF. Simple thing is that. Is it that clear? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so try to read it. If conductor is rotating or moving in a uniform magnetic field, it cuts the magnetic lines, and hence according to Faraday's laws of an EMF is induced in the conductor, this induced EMF is called dynamically induced EMF. Now what is the example of a dynamically induced EMF? So it's a generator. The generator, it works on the principle of a dynamically induced EMF, because in the generator actually the shaft is rotating. It means that the conductor is rotating in a stationary magnetic field. That's why the generator is an example of a dynamically induced EMF is there. Is it that clear? Most of the times for a MCQ type of question, this question it may ask ... it works on the principle of a dynamically induced EMF, and options are given: generator, whatever, a transformer, like that. So the generator is the one of the example of a dynamically induced EMF. So now hope that everyone clear with this, what is meant by the dynamically induced EMF. And now the second part is statically induced EMF. आता ज्यावेळेस स्टॅटिकली म्हणतोय म्हणजे कंडक्टर काय असला पाहिजे आपला? What?
Stationary.
It's a stationary. Means the conductor is not rotating. Then what is rotating? What is changing? It's a magnetic field. When the magnetic field is changing, rotating, moving, and when it link with that stationary conductor, then this induced EMF, we call it a statically induced EMF. Is that if the magnetic field is changing or moving and the conductor is stationary, according to Faraday's law, and EMF is induced, this induced EMF is called as a statically induced EMF. And again, the statically induced EMF having its two types. Statically induced EMF having its Two types. Do you know that? Self-induced EMF and mutual induced EMF. Self-induced EMF म्हणजे काय? एखाद्या पर्टिक्युलर कॉइल मध्ये फ्लो होणाऱ्या करंट मुळे त्याच कॉइल मध्ये जर EMF इंड्युस्ड होत असेल, that is called as a self-induced EMF. It means that EMF induced in a coil or conductor due to its own change in current. Its own change in current, that is called as a self-induced EMF. आणि म्युच्युअल म्हणजे काय? EMF induced in a coil or conductor due to change in a current in another coil. म्हणजे दुसऱ्या कॉइल मध्ये करंट चेंज झाला म्हणून त्याच्यामध्ये जर EMF इंड्यूस होत असेल, that is called as a mutual induced EMF. Let's see that one by one. That example of a statically induced EMF is a transformer. आता ते ट्रान्सफॉर्मर बघताना आपण अजून एकदा व्यवस्थित शिकणार आहोत स्टॅटिकली इंड्युस्ड EMF चे एक्झाम्पल ट्रान्सफॉर्मर कसं होत आहे ते. बट राईट नाउ दिस क्वेश्चन इट मे आस्क फॉर MCQ type of a question. Please remember these things here. Okay. And now we will discuss that self-induced EMF. But let me clear that this self-induced EMF is the type of statically induced EMF, and in that conductor is what? Stationary. हे लक्षात ठेवा. Is it right? And now see that the diagram. आता ही डायग्राम एक्सप्लेन करतो बघा, व्यवस्थित लक्ष द्या, काळजीपूर्वक लक्ष द्या आणि ऐका. कन्सिडर दिस हॅलो सिलेंडर, ऑरेंज कलर मध्ये दाखवलेला आहे, विच इज वाउंड विथ अ n नंबर ऑफ टर्न्स. n नंबर ऑफ टर्न्स मध्ये कॉइल वाउंड केलेली आहे. The end of that coil is connected with variable resistor, one switch and one battery. आता ज्या वेळेस हा स्विच क्लोज होईल बघा, यस क्लोज्ड. आता ज्या वेळेस स्विच क्लोज होईल त्यावेळेस काय होईल? या कॉइल मधून करंट फ्लो होईल का? ऑफकोर्स येस. आता ज्या वेळेस या कॉइल मधून करंट फ्लो होईल, इट विल ऍक्ट एज अ सोलेनॉइड कॉइल आणि त्याच्यामध्ये अशा पॅटर्नची मॅग्नेटिक फील्ड तयार होईल. बरोबर आहे. आता स्विच ओपन झाला. आता स्विच ओपन झाल्यानंतर करंट काय झाला? झिरो झाला. करंट झिरो झाला की मॅग्नेटिक फील्ड सुद्धा तुमची काय व्हायला पाहिजे? झिरो व्हायला पाहिजे. कारण करंट मॅग्नेटिक फील्ड इज ड्यू टू द करंट ओनली. अँड आता जर आपण स्विच कायमच ओपन आणि क्लोज करत राहिलो, करंट काय होणार आहे? चेंज होणार आहे का नाही? एकदा झिरो असेल, एकदा मॅक्सिमम असेल, एकदा झिरो असेल, एकदा मॅक्सिमम असेल, डिपेंड्स अपॉन द पोझिशन ऑफ अ स्विच. मग जर करंट चेंज झाला तर या करंट मुळे तयार होणारी मॅग्नेटिक फील्ड काय असेल? कॉन्स्टंट असेल का चेंज असेल?
Changing magnetic field.
The current, due to this change in current, the magnetic field around this coil is also changing, and this change in magnetic field ह्या कॉइलला लिंक असणार आहे की, कारण त्याच कॉइल पासून तयार झालेली आहे ती मॅग्नेटिक फील्ड, म्हणजे त्याच कॉइलला ती मॅग्नेटिक फील्ड लिंक असणार आहे. मीन्स चेंज इन मॅग्नेटिक फील्ड इज क्रिएटेड ड्यू टू चेंज इन करंट इन इट्स ओन करंट. मग आता ज्यावेळेस चेंज इन मॅग्नेटिक फील्ड त्याच कॉइलला लिंक असेल, अकॉर्डिंग टू फॅराडेज लॉ त्या कॉइल मध्ये EMF इंड्यूस होणार आहे. बरोबर आहे. मग तो इंड्यूस्ड EMF ची डायरेक्शन काय असेल? The direction of that induced EMF is always opposed to the cause produced it. And what is the cause? Cause हा चेंज इन करंट आहे. लक्षात येत आहे? So that this coil is always oppose the change in current through it. And now whatever the EMF is induced due to change in magnetic field in this coil, this induced EMF is called as a self-induced EMF. आता या ठिकाणी सांगा मला, कंडक्टर हा स्टेशनरी आहे का? येस ऑर नो?
Yes, sir.
कंडक्टर
Yes.
मूव्ह होत नाही ना, बरोबर आहे. कंडक्टर हा स्टेशनरी आहे. मग इथं मुव्हेबल पार्ट कोणता आहे? इट्स अ मॅग्नेटिक. हा, त्या करंट आणि करंट मुळे काय होणार आहे? मॅग्नेटिक फील्ड इज मुव्हेबल पार्ट इज देअर. मॅग्नेटिक फील्ड इज अ चेंजिंग पार्ट इज देअर. सो दॅट दिस इज कॉल्ड ॲज अ स्टॅटिकली इंड्युस्ड ईएमएफ. परंतु आता याला सेल्फ इंड्युस्ड ईएमएफ का म्हणलेलं आहे? कारण त्या कॉइल मध्ये इंड्युस्ड ईएमएफ होतोय बिकॉज ऑफ चेंज इन इट्स ओन करंट. कारण त्याच कॉइल मधला करंट चेंज झाल्यामुळं ईएमएफ तयार होतोय, म्हणून त्याला म्हणलं गेलेलं आहे सेल्फ इंड्युस्ड ईएमएफ. डू यू एग्री विथ मी?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
मग आता तुम्ही म्हणसाल की ऑलरेडी इथं एक ईएमएफ आहे बॅटरी बी. मग आता झालेला इंड्युस्ड ईएमएफ म्हणजे नेमका काय? सो वन थिंग आय ऑलरेडी टोल्ड यू, the whatever the induced EMF is there, so this induced EMF is opposed to what? It opposes the change in a current. This is the actual property of this coil, and that property of a coil is called as a self inductance. It can be denoted by L, capital L. म्हणजे ज्या अर्थी आपण बटन ऑन करतो, फिलामेंट लॅम्पचं बटन ऑन करतो, त्यावेळेस 0 सेकंदामध्ये लाईट लागत नाही. इट विल टेक द फ्रॅक्शन ऑफ अ सेकंड. वाय इट टेक द फ्रॅक्शन ऑफ सेकंड? वेन्स वी स्विच ऑन द बटन. So this particular time is required due to the change in current. It always opposes the change in current through it. That's why it's a fraction of second time is required to glow that filament lamp is there. This is the basic thing. Get it my point? This is called as a self-inductance, self-induced EMF is there. Read it. Self-induced EMF is the EMF which is produced in the coil due to change of its own flux linked with it. If the current of the coil is changed, then the flux linked with its own turns will also change, which will produce an EMF that is called self-induced EMF is there. Is it that clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I think our time is over. So today we stop here. Thank you.